What's going on, everybody? Ian here for Cult of Mac, and I love the idea of good sounding, comfortable, high quality headphones, and Apple's AirPods Max actually check all of those boxes. Now, for the last couple weeks, I've been testing out Apple's $550 headphones to see if they're any good, and spoiler alert, they really kind of are. They sound really good, which is a great thing, especially if you're not an audiophile, because it means you're going to like the sound. They're great for listening to music or watching TV, and on top of that, they're really comfortable to wear for multiple hours at a time, which is a good thing because some headphones tend to kind of pinch the side of your head or rub funny on your ear, and neither of those make you want to wear them for a long time. And on top of that, the AirPods Max also include all of that Apple magic we've kind of grown to love. Things like instant pairing, Hey Siri support, the ability to use spatial audio, their noise cancellation and transparency modes, just a lot of things that really make them really nice to use. But even with all those features, the AirPods Max may not be for everybody, including me. See, for as much as I love my AirPods or my AirPods Pro, the AirPods Max actually kind of let me down. There were headphones for a lot of things during the week, whether it's listening to music while I'm sitting on the couch or working, or watching some video content in the evenings, or, for working out. And while the AirPods Max are great for when you're doing a more casual listening thing, they are not a good headphone to use for fitness, because they end up shifting around in your head when you're doing any kind of dynamic movement. Anything that's moving your head forward or backwards or up and down is going to cause them to shift around in your ears or on top of your head. And on top of that, they're not rated for any kind of moisture or water resistance, which means that as you sweat while you're wearing them, while you're working out, you're likely going to cause premature deterioration on either the ear pads or the headband, or even that speaker grill kind of inside of the device. So ultimately, this means that I'm stuck needing a second pair of headphones for working out, and then I can use my AirPods Max for my casual listening or movie watching. And the physical size is also kind of an issue when it comes to the portability of the AirPods Max. While most other Bluetooth headphones can compact down in some way to shrink up a little bit, these really just go like that. They don't ever really get any smaller than that. You could maybe push the pistons and collapse the headband a tiny bit and make them a little bit smaller, but they're still going to take up a lot of space in a backpack or carry-on. And that means that when you're using them for what their best case purpose is, canceling out noise on a train or something like that while you're commuting to work, or on an airplane while you're flying somewhere, and they have that great sound that makes them great for music or movie watching, they're also really inconvenient when you're not using them and you need to put them in your bag. And another thing that I really didn't care for about the AirPods Max, especially when it came to putting them in my bag or storing them, is the smart case, which is not really a case, nor does it really do anything smart. See, the whole thing is like this siliconized microfiber, microsuede thing that puts the headphones to sleep when they're inside the case and it flips down using magnets. But that's really as smart as it gets, is there's a magnet inside of this thing. Now, according to Apple, this is a super smart design because it's really space efficient and, it puts those headphones into a low power state when they're inside of here. But it also means that you're left with this little purse thing to carry around, which is not exactly the most beautiful thing. And you still have all this stuff exposed, like the entire headband and the mesh canopy here is still totally exposed, meaning that it could take on damage if it's inside of a backpack or you're just carrying it around. On top of that, things like the volume control and the noise control buttons up here are both exposed. And then down on the bottom, you have these weird cutouts that are kind of gross looking and feel very rushed and unfinished. And like this one for the lightning port doesn't even line up. So it's just, I don't know. It could have been a better case if they had gone, around the entire thing maybe, again, or if the headphones collapsed a little bit, which would make it a little bit easier. But ultimately, this case is not all that great, and it makes the whole product just feel a little bit cheaper. Another drawback with the AirPods Max is the fact that they only offer a lightning port on the bottom. And that means that if you want to charge them, you have to plug them in over lightning. With the second generation AirPods, the AirPods Pro, the actual case itself offered both lightning and wireless charging, but like I said, the case for AirPods Max doesn't do anything, and you're left only using that lightning port on the AirPods Max themselves to charge them up. Now, fortunately, battery life really hasn't been an issue and is actually pretty fantastic with these, so it's not a big deal. So the really only issue that I have with the lightning port is the fact that it's the only way to get audio into the headphones from an analog system or an analog connection. And that means you're stuck buying a $35 cable just to add the ability to plug your headphones in. So if I want to use these as wired headphones, it means that I'm going to buy this guy, the Lightning to 3.5 millimeter audio jack cable, and then I can use that to plug it into my laptop. But then if I want to plug it into my iPad, which only has a USB-C port, that means that I then need to buy yet another adapter, the $9 USB-C to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack adapter, so that I can plug the headphones into that and then that into the iPad, instead of just being able to use the included Lightning to USB-C cable, because that's not an audio cable. And for $550, I feel like Apple should have included at least that Lightning to 3.5 millimeter cable in the box, because then that would enable you to use the headphones both wireless or wired, which would take away one of the inconveniences of having to buy yet another thing. But then again, if you had that cable, where would you keep it? Because obviously you can't keep it in the case. And with all that, price becomes the other big issue with AirPods Max. They're $550 headphones, and while $550 is not the most expensive pair of headphones, it's definitely nowhere near the cheapest pair of headphones. And for that kind of money, you can actually get some other really good headphones. I personally really like the Beats Studio 3 wireless. Now I know people have their perception of the Beats sound and things like that. I don't actually mind it, and I find the headphones to be fairly comfortable. They also offer noise cancellation, they have the W1 chips, they still pair quickly and sync across all your devices. There's a lot of really good things about the Beats Studio 3, and they're only $350, and on top of that you can actually find them down around the $200 mark, so you can save some pretty big money and get a really good pair of over-ear headphones that are very comfortable, sound pretty good, have some of those great features, and they're still, Apple headphones. I'm also really fond of Apple's AirPods Pro, which I think are a great pair of headphones that work for a ton of different things. They're good for listening to music, for watching TV. They support all those crazy, Apple Magic features like spatial audio or Hey Siri support. And on top of that, they're only $250, which means that if I'm going to be stuck buying a second pair of headphones to go with my over-ear headphones, with AirPods Max, I could actually buy both the Beats Studio 3s and AirPods Pro for about the same price as the AirPods Max and that stupid audio cable. But ultimately, that's just my opinion on things. So when it comes to making a decision on whether to purchase these, obviously that still remains up to you. Because like I said at the beginning, there's a lot to really love about AirPods Max. It's just how you're going to use them. But if you're looking for a great pair of headphones that you can use both wirelessly or wired, that are good for all use cases, from more casual listening to working out, and they're something you can pack up easily and put in a bag to take with you, to work or on a trip, AirPods Max may not be it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. While you're down there, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and until next time, I'm Ian for AirPods Max, and I'll catch you in the next one.